In 2020, 5 friends formed the Stream Demons, a group of horror fans who came together to talk about all things horror. Now, in 2023, new name, new lineup, same old horror talk. The Scream Warriors.
To good, real hunting, where it is actively good, real hunting, Birdie. What does that mean we're looking for at this juncture?
That absolutely means we're hunting for some spooky reels, so you do not have to. And we got 32 spooky reels to talk about tonight.
And welcome to night 2 of the phenomenon that is Fright Fight 2022. 7 horror franchises, 64 movies, 1 champion will be awarded that championship here tonight, man. And we're stoked, man. Last night was so much fun. We had a couple of early upsets, really early upsets, actually. And, you know, tonight's going to be 32 movies left. There's going to be 1 by the end of the night. And we're going to need your help once again to freaking dwindle it down. And it's going to be freaking epic, man. If you thought last night was epic, night 2 is always more epic, man. It's always more epic.
Oh, dude. Night 2. It's kind of like a sequel to a movie. It's double everything. And we're going to bring you double the excitement, double the matchups, double the polls, everything. So we're going to need everyone on hands on deck. Whatever that.
This is like when Monday Night Raw turned over to Warzone after 10 p.m. Like it got that TV 14 rating officially at that turning point. That's what it's all about, man. And tonight we're gonna pick things up a bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We're going to shake things up a bit. All right. Let's see here. Let's say hello to some people in the chat real quick. I know we're just going to let some people slowly move on in here. We got Lamontre. What's going on, my friend? Yo, hello. Adrian, how you doing?
Hi.
We got Brendan the Belden. What's going on? We got Gory Tiger. I don't know who those fucking assholes are.
That's an asshole.
We got Aaron Click. What's going on, Aaron Click?
That's not an asshole. Aaron's cool.
Yes, here. Okay. For some reason, I was getting a weird notification from Facebook. But anyways, we're all good. We got Metallic in the house. What's going on, Metallic? And that is it for the moment. So again, we know people are just slowly gathering in here because again, we're going to need your help.
Gordy asked who sings the song in the intro. That is Robert Tepper. From Rocky IV, the soundtrack. You can find it there. Just type in No Easy Way Out. It's on there. It's badass. It's epic. And that'll get you pumped up, man.
No Easy Way Out.
Oh, man.
I've been singing that song nonstop. Event to Jesus Custom Footwear. What's going on? Saying ready for round 2. Well, hopefully you're ready for Morphin round 2. I hope you're ready for round 2, the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final 4, and of course, the championship round.
This is going to get interesting, man. I can tell, man. People are going to get their hearts broken. Probably myself. It's going to be crazy, man.
Hey, damn right. I said, Brett is so excited for tonight. He didn't change his shirt. Well, I am training for a horror movie marathon. And that's kind of like what I'm treating this freaking tournament as. So, hey, it's my good luck shirt, even though one of my movies got knocked out last night. But you know what? It's all good. And what's also all good is we also got Destiny in the house. What's going on, Destiny?
And we can read what she said.
Wait, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Last night she was like, why say all word when few do trick?
Yeah, why waste? Wait a minute. I got this quote in my office. Like, why waste time say lot word when few word do trick? I wish my customers would do that. But, it's all good. And then, of course, we say hi to Josh. I think that's everybody so far right now. Let me check on the new updated poll I put up here because I asked people, Brad, of which 1 seed is going to lose first. And so far, out of 10 votes, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're predicting at 50%, saying that is the movie that's going to fall first. That's the 1 seed.
That's probably a safe bet, but it all depends on matchups, man. I haven't looked at the path. since last night, so I don't know exactly. I'm not sure what's going to be going up against until we get to it. But yeah, dude, that's a safe bet. I would have that makes sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And before we get started, of course, we need to thank our lovely Patreons, our real hunters, as we like to call them. It's our Patreon. If you're interested in being a real hunter today, we got in the description our Patreon link, and you get to freaking join the family. We got 3 tiers of $3, $6, and $15, and each one has different particular perks. And we just hope you want to join the family someday, and our doors are always open.
I see. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, absolutely. But of course, we appreciate all of you just for being here and having a good time and hitting the like button and sharing and commenting and all that fun stuff, because that helps out just as much. So it's all fun and man, dude. Oh man,
it's fun. 1K, and we're going to need your help to get there. Got some big things planned. Big things. And then before we get to the tournament, Brady boy over here wanted me to look up some interesting facts about the tournament. So I got 4 interesting facts here. And the first thing being seeds 1 through 4, clean slate. We had no major upsets between the 1 and 4 seeds. Our biggest upsets came from 5 versus 12 and 8 versus 9. But 8 versus 9 is kind of like the same pretty much. I really don't. But we had 2 5 seeds get knocked off. So I thought that was impressive, because that is from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I'm trying to remember on the top of my head who the other one is.
Friday the 13th 3, probably, because that was really
low. It is. It's part 3, yes. So there's that. And so here's the other one of movies left. The Halloween franchise has the most movies left in this tournament, with 7 movies. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a brutal first, not so good first round, with freaking 2 out of what, Brad? I would say 9 movies in the franchise.
Yeah, something like that. 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. I don't know. I'm not surprised by that though, man. That's probably the worst franchise from start to finish.
Well, it could be the worst franchise, but it could have the number 1 movie.
That's true. The ones that are left are solid, and it didn't help that 2 of its best movies went against each other. The remake in the beginning had to go against each other.
That sucked.
Yeah.
And then I looked at everyone's brackets that they submitted, which we got very close to 30 entrants to the freaking tournament at the bracket here, and most people picked the Halloween franchise to win it, like a movie within the franchise to win it all, and that is for Halloween, which I did see one person picked Halloween 2 to win it all, so I thought that was an interesting pick. And Brad, I know that freaking tickles your fancy there.
It does, man. I love the sound of that. I guess nobody picked Halloween Ends, though.
I would assume not. No, I'm just kidding. I checked. They did not. And then the last fact is freaking just the amount of movies people predicted to be in the Final 4. Where the freaking Scream franchise, there were 30 or 30 people that picked a Scream movie to be in the Final 4, which of course the most popular pick was Scream, but we also had some love for like Scream 3, and I believe there was even some love for Scream 2.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Scream 2. I could definitely see that.
Poor Saul.
Yeah, Saul had just one. I could see the I mean, the first one's great, man. The first one's great.
Well, I'll be honest. You want to know a fact? It's not the original. It was Saul 2.
What? Oh man!
So nobody picked Saul to go to the Final 4. I thought that was shocking.
That's crazy, man.
So those are some interesting facts that I figured out here. Let's check the comments one more time, and we'll officially get started with the whole shebang tournament. All right, let's see here.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Oh, excuse me. Fachi Cinema, what's going on? Matt saying 2 of the most sexy gents on YouTube. Oh, shucks.
Well, 2 out of 3, though. 2 out of 3. Yeah, 2 out of 3.
Well, wait a minute. Who's getting left out here? Me?
No. We're 2 of the 3. Matt's the 3rd.
Okay.
And not in that order, of course. Matt's number 1. Matt's definitely number 1, but he's we got 2 of the 3 here.
Well, son of a bitch. And
and then
Byron was going on saying if even Peters was in the Halloween movie, would you watch it? Sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I like Evan Peters. I'm not sure how big of a role I would give him, but I watch it. Anything Halloween, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, dude. I saw Adrian James. I might be jumping ahead. I'm sorry. I wanted to bring this up real quick. Said they bought the Batman on Blu-ray. Have not seen it yet, but I will do on Halloween. Maybe that's a perfect time to do it, man. There's actually a nice little Halloween nod in that movie. Not Halloween like the franchise, but Halloween the holiday. It has some good. Actually, so there's got a couple songs on that soundtrack that's on my fall playlist too. So yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh hell yeah, yo Adrian, that's such a good idea. You tougher than you look, you know. So, all right. Nobody's here to see my horrible Rocky. Freaking just try me with Rocky. I say without further ado, Brad, you ready?
Let's get into it, man.
All right.
Let's get our
hands. Are you ready? Because we'll need your help tonight a lot. So, all right. Without further ado, let's pull up the bracket.
The Lee bracket, Memorial bracket.
Oh no, Brad. We're not calling the Lee Memorial.
Yeah, the Lee bracket.
Stop making it a thing. All right, here we go. I'm going to make this a little bigger here. That's what she said. All right, let's see here. There we go. Okay, and I got my chat so I can see what's going on in the chat, but Brad would be running the chat mostly. And so here we go, Brad. You want to freaking start off with the Haddonfield region?
Yep. There's really, as much as I love Halloween 4, there's not a lot to talk about here, man. I think if you've seen our ranking for the Halloween franchise, you know Halloween 78 is not, if it gets overthrown, it's not going to be from a Halloween movie. It's just, it's the best in that franchise. So Halloween 78 is going to get my vote all day. But much love to 4. It's a very solid sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just to let you know, guys, we're going to go pretty much as quick as we can with this second round because you got most of our movie thoughts, and plus we want to save more time towards the end or like the later rounds so we could get in more detail, the more deeper conversations if we need be. But I'm with Brad, so I'm going with Halloween 1978 as well. I do respect Halloween 4, even though it could go fuck its couch for knocking out Friday the 13th Part 4. Still a little sour about that, but feelings aside, Halloween 4 is a good entry into the Halloween franchise, but it's no Halloween 1978.
Now let's play devil's advocate here. If Friday the 13th 4 did win in round 1, what would you have voted for here? 78 v Halloween Friday 4.
Wait, what would win?
If Friday the 13th Part 4 did win in round 1 and was going up against Halloween 78, which one would you have voted for?
Oh, dude, that would have had to have been a poll, man. Because I know what I would have picked. I would have picked Friday the 13th Part 4.
Wow. I love it, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's the ultimate slasher movie. But, it is what it is. The fans voted. I don't deny the fans. So, but I think we could all agree for the most part. But Halloween 1978 gets the cake.
Yeah, there are some people that, like Brandon just popped up, prefers Halloween 4 over 78. But, yeah, I think that's a safe bet for us.
Hey, you know what? And that is absolutely awesome. And don't blame just because the original Halloween has a freaking slow a slow tempo. So Halloween 4, it is what it is. So I still respect it, but it's Halloween 1978 for me. Yeah. So let's see here. We got Saw 2 versus Friday the 13th Part 6. Whew.
Man,
I know what I'm going with. I'm going with Saw 2 just because it's one of my favorite sequels in the entire horror franchise, and just I'm a major Part 4 and Part 6. I do not like a goofy atmosphere with Friday the 13th. So Part 6, I'm sorry, goodbye. Saw 2 for me.
Oh, my heart can't take much more of this, man. Oh my gosh. I do love Saw 2, man, but we're gonna have to open the polls up. We're gonna have to open the polls up already. I love Saw 2.
Go ahead and end this poll.
Lives is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, man. It's a shame it's in this damn bracket matched up with Halloween because that's really going to be tough. But yeah, man, open them damn polls for this one all day. I trust the people. I trust the people.
So we need your help, guys. Well, I don't freaking trust the people because I know what's getting ready to happen.
Gosh, man, dude. But it does have your heart rate up. It does have my heart rate up a little bit, though. I'm a little bit nervous, just in case. But I think the people.
All right, we got the poll up there, so let's continue on with the next match. Damn! See, just when I put up one poll, there's a freaking never potential poll here with this matchup between Child's Play 2 and New Nightmare. So, Brad, what about you? What would you think?
Like I said last night, New Nightmare did a lot to reinvent the Friday franchise or the Nightmare franchise after Freddy's Dead came out. It was ahead of its time. It had a lot of clever ideas in it, but man, Child's Play 2 for me is just so much fun, and I think that the pacing in New Nightmare slows it down just enough to not get past Child's Play 2 here right now. In my opinion.
Alrighty. Yeah, with me, New Nightmare is a really good entry. I would even say at a point like almost a lost entry that a lot of people forget about New Nightmare sometimes. Just because it doesn't have that title like A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just called New Nightmare. So I could see confusion there. But it does have its fans, especially with some of the brackets that were submitted. But man, Child's Play 2 is such a damn fun sequel. I think we get Chucky at one of his absolute best in the entire franchise, including the TV series. So I'm going with Don't Fuck with the Chuck all day. So I'm going with Child's Play 2 as well.
I concur, man. I concur. Yeah, I think Chucky is at his best, man. That's the biggest thing for it. It's a fun watch, man. I got to be in the nude. The nude. I gotta be in the nude. I gotta be in the nude to watch New Nightmare, man. It makes it way better. No, I gotta be in the mood for New Nightmare though. And I'm not always that. It's not the most fun version of Freddy or anything for that matter in that franchise. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And Nathan Mills is in the house. What's going on there, Nathan?
Throwing some love for New Nightmare, man. It is good. It is good. I agree.
Yeah. And then we also got Nick Cooling in the chat too. What's going on, Nick?
Nick, what's going on, my man?
And then we also got Brother Fluff in the house too. What's going on, Brother Fluff?
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, yeah, especially he's in time just for our next matchup between Halloween 2 versus Halloween 2018. This one's actually not... Oh, yeah, no, we are not talking about Halloween Water. But yeah, I will say...
Yeah. Sorry, you said Halloween 2. I just wanted to let you know it was H2O.
Oh, I did. Shit. If it was Halloween 2, it would be a lot tougher matchup than what we have here. I know we have people in the chat that love Rob. I was about to say, damn, I'm all over the place. I'm so excited for this tournament. But there's people in the chat that actually really do love Halloween H2O, and that is awesome that they do. With me, every time I watch this movie, it just gradually gets worse for me. Like the third act is always going to be strong, and that's what saves the movie for me. But man, we were comparing it to Halloween 2018. I think just for me is absolutely no contest. I go with Halloween 2018.
Yeah, these movies are very comparable. This is actually good. We did a full slash out on this as one of our first slash it out episodes.
We did, number 2.
Yeah, because they're so comparable. They're you take a lot of the same story beats. Laurie v. Michael, many years down the road, they do different things with the Laurie character, but still the same kind of idea, the way she's been impacted and everything like that from the events from years ago. Only difference is H2O keeps that brother-sister storyline, which is cool. But the rest of the movie and Michael in general, I just can't get behind. I don't like Michael in that. But they get Michael so well in Halloween 2018. Laurie's still good. I like Laurie more in H2O, but I like Michael more in 2018. And that's important. I like the vibes more in 2018. So it's 2018 for me, and it's pretty easy.
Alrighty, so we're going to go with that. And Destiny, I saw you in the chat. You said 2018 first, so that's what I'm going to put you down for your votes.
And Camp Blood did say H2O is the best Laurie versus Michael finale, and I think you got a really good case for that. It's just the leading up to that point that gets me, man. Like he said, ignoring Resurrection. Yeah, dude, the head chop was freaking. That it would have been an amazing ending. Yeah,
dude,
and the fight was good.
Oh, dude, the fight was excellent, and I was king with Destiny. Destiny and Matt are huge H2O fans.
Yeah, and as Braden Timmons, a lot of people are.
Oh yeah, Braden, of course.
But I just, I don't know, man. I just don't like Michael at all in H2O. No offense.
Yeah, not the look, not the CGI look. Of course, we get the worst Jason Voorhees mask in the Halloween franchise too.
By Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh my gosh, yeah, freaking Jason Gordon-Levitt, freaking Boy Wonder, Robin. But anyways, we're still gonna let that poll freaking roll. I haven't seen where the poll is going so far, so I'm gonna keep it that way. So let's talk about this matchup here, Brad. Scream versus Halloween Kills.
Ooh, that's a good matchup. But like I said, if you've seen our ranking, Halloween Kills is a fun expansion piece to Halloween 2018, but on its own, it doesn't really hold a ground to Scream, I don't think. Scream's got the full story, where Kills is really just a part of the story and whatnot. So Scream, man, it redefined the genre in the 90s, and there's a lot going for it. It's a fun time. It's got a beginning, middle, and end, where Kills is just one freaking chaotic ride, freaking gas pedal to the metal. I'm going Scream here, man.
Yeah, and I'm saying the Scream love in the chat. I need to hear chat some screaming right now. Scream chat, just because we got to represent our boys Scream. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Scream the victory. But I will say Halloween Kills is slowly starting to grow on me.
Yeah, and it is what it is. You just got to enjoy it for what it is, and you can do that. But it's just not one you're going to pop on. Say just. It's just not going to hold a candle to something like Scream, or something that has its own legacy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. But dude, freaking, we got a matchup right here. This one's going to be a little tougher too. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, which is Friday the 13th Part 3, which is one of our 12 seeds against Scream 4. Scream 4 for me has a personal attachment to me. This is the Scream movie I actually saw in theaters, but I wasn't a true horror fan back then. But it did came out on my birthday weekend, so of course I have to freaking see it just to see what this phenomenon called Scream is all about. So I do have special memories. I think it's a fun movie, and I love Kirby. But what do I love more? Do I love Kirby, or do I love Friday the 13th Part 3? And for me, I just love Friday the 13th Part 3 a lot more. Or not a lot more, just more. So, Brad, what about you? I picked Friday the 13th Part 3.
I pick Friday the 13th Part 3 as well, but I kind of want to defer this one to the polls. I'm seeing a lot of diversity. I'm seeing a lot of diversity into the polls. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people going different ways with this one. So I kind of want to leave it up to the people and see if we have a chance for a surprise here. Friday the 13th, for me, I enjoy. I'll take Shelley over Kirby any day of the week. Shelley's the absolute go to the 80s, if you ask me. No, I kid, but I do love Shelley. Man. Okay. His hair was before its time. Bitch. This is the introduction to the Jason hockey mask, which is epic. But I think here's what I'll say. I think the pacing for Friday the 13th Part 3 will leave it open for it to get beat by Scream 4 here if people want to vote that way. And I totally feel good about putting this one up to the people and letting them decide it.
Well, we did let the people decide the Part 6 and Saw 2 matchup. And Brad, do you want any surprise here? 91% out of 12 votes go to Friday the 13th Part 6.
Think the people, man. I knew I felt confident about it, but I was nervous. I didn't like it.
I knew where it was going.
I was freaked Camp Blood out here with the Shelley.
Well, it's freaking Josh with his his freaking 6 accounts. I know you, Josh.
Maggot's in the house too. He said go Vols. Heck yeah, man. Excited
go
for
Vols.
The weekend.
Kentucky,
yeah, buddy, man.
Kentucky week. We're going to skin the Cats. Got those nice black jerseys, so I'm excited. So
absolutely,
Brad, I'll let you take the reins on this next matchup between Saw 3 and the original Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh, no, another one. Oh my gosh, this one's just a second ago when I saw this matchup, I'm like, oh, that's easy.
Really?
Now, well, yeah, but now I'm thinking about it, man. I love both of these movies. I mean, they're not my favorites in either franchise, but they're solid entries. Saw 3, I think, is a perfect ending to what could have been a really good trilogy if they would have stuck to those 3 movies. I think it's a good ending point for John Kramer. Amanda is in this thing. But Friday the 13th's got Kevin Bacon and his boner in the over there by the lake, man. He's got the freaking full on freaking chub going on out there. He's got freaking guacamole getting fed to him in all kinds of sexy ways. And those sexy bodies are getting them all chubbed out. So I think that, I don't know, man, he's good. His kill, the effects from Tom Savini here are fantastic. Great suspense in this movie. A lot of nice atmosphere. I think because of slow ass motherfucking Jeff, I'm going to vote Friday the 13th, 1980.
Yeah, I was about to say, sit it, Tonto. Because like I cannot believe what you were saying right now. Like that's crazy. I don't think this matchup's even close. At the same way, I'm going with Friday the 13th, the original as well. Like I do like Saw 3, but I think you said it the best that if we didn't get the other movies in the franchise, this part 3 of Saw would be a lot stronger. Just because what we know what happens next kind of dials down what Saw 3's impact gave. But man, does freaking Tom Savini, Kevin Bacon, and freaking I know I hate that bitch Alice, but you know what? I could still tolerate her to some point. To see freaking Betsy Palmer beat the hell out of her. So I'm going Friday the 13th, the original.
Yeah, it's spooky, man. It's got some nice dark lighting in the air. Pamela just being creepy out in the woods and the showers everywhere she's hiding. She's just scary. It's a good time, man. I think that definitely beats Saw 3. But Saw 3 is strong. That's a strong opponent. I think they're pretty comparable in my eyes anyway.
Yeah, like, I still respect Saw 3, but you know, it's not Friday the 13th, and I love Friday the 13th. You know, I love the 3 Saw movies. So I can see where it's a tough matchup, but I still go Friday the 13th. But
I think Brandon makes a good point
go
here. If not for some of the time wasted in some scenes in Friday the 13th, it'd be higher. Yeah, totally. Alice making tea and shit or coffee or whatever it was, and like all these weird random shots of nothing happening. I agree.
Yeah, and that bitch did not freaking put on the freaking lid on tight. Like I'm OCD. You can't play with my emotions like that, Alice. What's wrong with you?
And Camp Blood's going back to check out that Chubb, dude. He's got to rewatch it.
Oh, slow ass motherfucking Jeff. Dude, I can't wait till we potentially do a Saw review series next year.
Yeah, dude, I can't either, man. I know we did it, but I'm excited to possibly do it again, man.
Yeah, especially with the new review format and do some more skits about it. Man, that would be a fun time. But what is going to be a fun time is how freaking dominant Saul is over Bride of Chucky. I don't think this is even a close match for me, even though I think Bride of Chucky is so much fun. We get funny jokes, we get cool kills, we get again Jennifer Tilly as Tiffany. They're one of the greatest horror duos of all time. But man, Saul, it's just again Hello Sep and that freaking third act and that reveal beats anything that Bride of Chucky can do.
Give me Saul, take him to the Sweet 16, my friend. I agree with everything you just said.
All right, let's freaking again. I should have saw that coming.
It's just, you know, I like that you're having a good time with Bride and Chucky, but the suspense and Saul, especially the first time you watch it, and that ending alone is going to take it to the
plus the characters, like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Katherine Heigl.
Oh yeah, dude. If they had better characters in there, yeah, that could have gone a lot farther. Because Chucky was at his A game right there when it comes to
and you know who the director of Bride of Chucky was, right?
Yeah, dude, Donnie,
Yeah, and you know what? That's a freaking nice segue, isn't it? With our next matchup between Nightmare on Elm Street 1984, the original, versus Freddy versus Jason.
Give me Nightmare on Elm Street 1984, baby. Not even close. I mean,
not even two horror icons. No way.
I'll take that freaking Heather Langenkamp over the freaking teens they throw in. Freaking those teens and Freddy versus Jason are the same ones that were drinking those Trulies at your movie theater that one day.
Oh my gosh, especially the officer one. Even though okay, guys, help me out here. What's his name in Scary Movie? Because he's like, we hit a boot, and he's the guy that goes, "Where's the foot?
Yeah.
Where's the foot?"
Yeah, it's a fun movie, man. But yeah, you can't beat 84. Not in that matchup. No way.
Absolutely not. And then our next matchup is our other 12 seed of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Wait, say what again?
Nathan picked Freddy versus Jason though because of the ending in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, and you know what? Hey, I can see that because it is like a battle we've been waiting for years, and it's so damn good. So I don't blame you for that at all.
Yes.
And then now we got Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 versus Curse of Chucky. I'm going to go ahead and say Curse of Chucky, I think, is a strong entry in the franchise. But for all the beauty and glory that is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I'm going with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Give it to me. I agree, man. Curse of Chucky, like I said last night, solid return to the franchise after Seed. Really good getting back to the roots, being creepy again, playing off on that freaking doll you're not sure is alive or not. All that fun stuff is great. Letting that fester a little bit before we actually see chaos ensue. But man, dude, we love Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 on this thing. Such a freaking good. It's beyond a slasher movie, really. It's it's way more complicated than a typical slasher movie. So give us that all day, man.
Alrighty, there we go. My OCD was kicking in right there. Alrighty, so next matchup is Friday the 13th Part 7 against Scream 2. Damn, this one's going to be a tough one for me, so I'm going to have to let this ponder a little bit. But Brad, what about you?
Give me Scream 2. Like I said, everybody probably thinks that I hate Friday the 13th Part 7 because I'm always talking bad about it. But I enjoy it. I like it a lot. But I think Scream 2 is just such a much better made movie. I think, the characters in 7 are dreadful, save for maybe Tina. Tina's good. I like Tina. But freaking Kurt or Kevin or whatever his name is, Nick, that keeps getting freaking knocked out in that third act all over the place and whatnot. He's dreadful. All the other people are dreadful. Sucks ass with the characters. Jason's badass third act, taking that mask off, freaking duking it out with Carrie. But give me Scream 2. Give me freaking Nev Campbell in college tearing it up. I'll take that all day. It's a very good sequel.
Alrighty. I have made my decision. Friday the 13th Part 7. Such a fun movie for me. I love the third act of it. Jason King Harder looks as most badass in the entire franchise. I love the fight. I love Tina. But you are right, Brad. If we're gonna have to go with what we're pretty much at a point now where we gotta take we kind of include our enjoyability on some of these movies, but at the same time we also gotta be fair of what actually a better movie is. And Scream 2 has to take the cake on that because of Ghostface and Nev Campbell alone.
Yep. Nev Campbell is fantastic, man. Give me freaking I almost said Ted Hollister. Freaking Timothy Olyphant. Give me Timothy Olyphant in here as freaking as the killer, man. Freaking epic as a mofo. Great reveal at the end. One of the better killer reveals, I think. I'll take that, man. I'll take that.
Yeah, plus we also have Sarah Michelle Gellar in that movie too as Cece.
And Randy for some of the movie anyway.
Fuck you. Robert the Wolfman, what's going on, man? I saw you there in the chat.
Hello.
All right, so let's see here. Oh, man, dude, this is going to be a poll. I already tell you this already. Friday the 13th Part 2 versus A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And, dude, I don't even know where to begin because both movies are so much fun. Of course, we get the sack with Jason Voorhees looking awesome. We get one of my favorite kills in the history of horror with Mark the Wheelchair kill. And we get one of our best final girls ever in Jeannie. So seeing that interaction, that fight was great. But A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, I feel like was kind of like where we're figuring out what the best Freddy Krueger is. Like we're mixing in the humor with his scariness. I think it was a perfect combination. We get Heather Langenkamp back, actually doing a what we call a legacy character done right in this movie. And it's just those dream sequences where the kids get all their powers, like especially Robin, like all of it is just fantastic. So dude, this matchup could go either way.
Dude, you get prime time, no pun intended, prime time Freddy in this movie. 100%, man. This is vintage Freddy. This is when they blend his persona masterfully here. He's not too goofy. He's still pretty scary, but he's still more entertaining than he was in the first two movies. Again, not as scary as he was in 1 or 2, but he's still somewhat pretty creepy. Enjoy it. The characters are all fun. This is one of the few slasher movies from the 80s where you actually really enjoy the bulk of the characters. You don't see that a lot. And same token, man, Friday the 13th Part 2 is, in my opinion, the best camp setting Friday the 13th movie out there that's strictly in a camp. The Sack Jason is freaking badass. I'll be honest with you, Birdie, there is no way in good conscience I could not let this one go to the polls.
Oh, dude, absolutely. So that's why I'm already starting with the poll right here with Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and Friday the 13th.
Now, if you do want my professional opinion, not professional, but if you want my opinion on this matter, I'll give it to you. And that I would actually pick Friday the 13th Part 2 right here, just because I like Jason more than I like Freddy. And I think this is one of my favorite versions of Jason. I'm one of the few that actually prefer Nightmare on Elm Streets 1 and 2 over Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is probably third place for me. I like Dream Warriors. I like it a lot. But yeah, man, this is freaking vintage Friday the 13th and in Part 2, man. They freaking nail the setting. They nail the final girl and Jenny. So yeah, to me, it just goes by faster. It's a more fun watch.
Man, dude, I'm actually quite surprised with you, man, because as much as a Jason Voorhees guy I am, I just feel like that this particular Jason Voorhees does not compare to this Freddy Krueger. So I go with a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warrior. So this is an excellent thing to do a poll line.
Yeah, dude, and that's true. I mean, definitely Freddy's better than Jason in this matchup. I will give you that 100%. I just love the setting of the camp, and I think this is where they do it perfectly. You got the Packanack Lodge here. You got Paul's speech in here around the campfire, just setting up this creepy vibes and all that fun stuff. Pretty fun characters in this one as well. The lake feels like a real character in this movie, as does the setting. So that's where it comes in for me. It's not necessarily Freddy versus Jason situation, but just my overall just enjoyment of where we're the movie taking place. Lawrence Fishburne in Dream Warriors is badass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, absolutely. And Brad, are you ready to know who won this matchup?
Yes.
Alrighty, man. At 59% with 12 votes, it is Friday the 13th Part 3D with an upset.
Moving along, man. I love it.
So both of these 12 seeds are still alive in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, dude, that's freaking awesome. I'm surprised. Not really. In my mind, those two aren't underdogs, but I in the settings and the way they were scored out, man, they sure as hell were, man. I'm glad they're still alive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, absolutely. I'm blown away, as you say. But all right, next matchup here is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 against Saw 6. This one's not even close for me. It's Texas Chainsaw 1974.
Dude, I love Saw 6 though. I think it's one of the better Saw movies. But yeah, man, I can't put it over Texas Chainsaw, not the original one, man. I think it's obviously that paved the ground for a lot of things. It's still very much even by today's standards, it's a brutal movie to watch. With the opening, with the dead bodies just kind of sitting out there in the sun, and the way everything kind of transcends from there. The Hitchhiker still stands out as a horror icon, as does Leatherface, and this is one of the best versions of Leatherface we've ever seen, even still to this date, from a visual standpoint. And Grandpa was there, so yeah, give me TCM.
Oh, yeah, dude. And plus, this is a movie I rarely visit just because, again, with how, grimy and just nasty this movie is. But it is definitely what we call it, the true definition of horror is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. So easily takes the cake on that one for me.
I agree, man. And they really haven't been able to replicate that in the franchise. They came close with the remake, but I still feel like that was too polished,
Michael Bay.
It's I had the Michael Bay stuff in there. It felt like any of those other remakes at the time. It was still a better written, better directed movie than some of those, but it still felt too polished. And I would like to see it go back to just feeling nasty again, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude. Hopefully in the future we can get that particular. If Rob Zombie did it, I feel like we would get there.
Dude, if he did, and he brought in that filming style that he did with Halloween 2, the grainy look, the dirty look, and all that stuff, dude, it would be epic, man. That would be the perfect blend. Even bring Ronnie back as a character. Like you could make it an extended Rob Zombie universe. He would be perfect, dude. You could see how he got all broken up.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Freaking speaking of broken up here, we got something wrong with the Chucky doll here in Child's Play 2019. It's all freaking broken up there, but it's going 1-on-1 against Halloween 2. And I'll go ahead and just say this. As I'm a defender of Child's Play 2019, I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, but Halloween 2 is just far more superior, and so it's Halloween 2 for me.
I agree with everything you just said. This version of Child's Play is leaving its science book right here in the round of 32.
Alrighty, so we're freaking moving that on. Ooh, dude, that's going to be a nice Sweet 16 matchup right there.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. No, man. That is going to be tough. Sweet 16 is shaping up to be dirty, man. I've seen some of the other matchups. I don't like where this is going.
Man, you can't freaking go that far ahead. You never know what's going to happen in this tournament. So, and we appreciate the 16 people watching right now and participating in this tournament. You guys are beautiful bastards. I love you all. So, next matchup here is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, the remake, against the original Child's Play from 1988. So, Brad, take over the reins on this one.
Oh my gosh, man. Well, like I was just saying about Texas Chainsaw 2003, it's a really good remake. It does a really good job of coming close to the same feel and vibes as the original, but still just too polished. I still like the movie. I love it a lot. Child's Play is one of the slower paced Chucky movies in the franchise. But that's very much by design. It starts off as a psychological thriller, and you don't really know what's going to happen with the doll. You don't know if the doll's alive. You don't know if Andy's off the rails and he's killing people, throwing people out windows and stuff, because you could see it happening either way. That would have been an epic twist in that movie, I think, if you had the whole thing go on. You think Chucky's alive, but at the end of the movie, Andy's the one killing people. That could have been cool. So you have that, man. I think Child's Play 88 is my favorite one in the franchise. I think it's just perfect freaking Chucky movie. I love the way they balance that psychological stuff with the Chucky killing people at the end. And he still has his personality at the end when he's getting caught on fire and he's calling the mom a stupid bitch and all that fun stuff. There's some genuine good moments of suspense. Brad Dourif tears it up here, builds a freaking icon in this movie. Give me Child's Play 1980 freaking 8 here.
Oh, wow, dude. Yes, sir. Freaking first off, Heather was going on in the chat. And Brad, I'm going to make this plain simple. I got one strong message for Texas Chainsaw, the remake from 2003. You stupid bitch, you filthy slut. I'm going to teach you not to fuck with Child's Play 1988.
I love it, dude. I love it, man. I actually thought you would go the other way. I totally expected you to go the other way with that.
You can't. If original is so damn good, a remake has no chance against it. So it wasn't even a doubt. It's Child's Play 1988.
Hell yeah, dude! I like it. I enjoy it, man.
All right,
I'm glad to see Child's Play going to the Sweet 16. I love that.
Oh, dude, we had some people even vote for it to go to the Final Four and even to the championship, but surprisingly, nobody picked it to win it overall.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I could see that. I could see that. It all depends about the matchups, though, man.
It's all about the matchups, man. Especially with this one right here. We got a Nightmare on Elm Street 2 versus Scream 5. And, dude, this one's tough because I love the practical effects of Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Some of the best I've ever seen in the horror genre. We get Freddy at his darkest and scariest. We have a great, what we call at this time, a final guy, and Mark Patton. Like, oh my gosh, dude, he was so damn good in this movie. But I'm just telling you, man, I'm such a Scream fan in general, but Scream 5 did exactly what a requel was supposed to do, just give all the love to the world for the original while also being its own thing. And damn, I just, every time I watch Scream 5, it gets so much better for me, just by like 0.1 points every time I rewatch it. So for me, I'm giving it to Scream 5.
I think this is interesting because I have kind of the opposite opinion. I think that Scream 5, Scream 5 is good. It's a good movie. I enjoy it. It's not bad at all. But every time I watch it, I enjoy it a little bit less. Not saying that it's a bad, it's getting towards bad territory. It just doesn't have a lot of rewatchability for me. Maybe that'll change. I'll see what they do with the rest of the franchise after this. But I really enjoy it. But Nightmare on Elm Street 2, man, again, you said it You got scary ass Freddy in this thing, man. Some of the best Freddy makeup, in my opinion. It might be the best Freddy makeup. And I think it's going to freaking clean this bracket like freaking Mark Patton cleaned his damn room. Send it to the Sweet 16 for me, man. So let's send this bad boy to the polls.
All right, man. We're gonna freaking go to freaking Poll City. So let me go ahead and end this poll. Which, dude, I'm surprised with the results of this right here.
What is it?
I'm just waiting for it to end. Well, okay. I was like, where's my results? 13 votes, 76%, or 76% out of 13 votes went with A Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Ooh, so Friday the 13th 2 has been eliminated. Camp Blood said the same thing. Scream 5 likes less each time, and I think this is why. He brings up a good point that the reveals and the motive were bad for the killers, and I totally agree, man. That's the thing that really threw me off. I enjoyed it up until like at that point. I'm like, dude, come on, this is what we have? I expected something bigger.
So, dude, not for me. I thought it was perfect for the time that we live in as horror fans, that we have toxic fan bases, and them just doing what Scream does best is make fun of itself and to the horror genre and making fun of those toxic fans. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. That's
also a good point, BrettMan. You make a good point. What are we doing? Freaking taking it to the Sweet 16?
No, gosh, I'm sorry. All right, let me fix that. Sorry. And I haven't even had a sip of my freaking creamsicle drink yet.
Horrorhead is all torn up from last night's vote from just Friday the 13th 4, man.
I know we talked about that. Like, I don't know what's more depressing, that or if that the McRib is on his farewell tour starting October 31st.
I honestly don't know. Like, I think if I would have, it's crazy. I think if I would have voted instead of deferred to the polls, I think maybe Friday would have won. And I feel bad about that, but I don't at the same time, because I like the people to when it comes to some of those matchups, I like the people to help us out, and I think they made it interesting. They made it interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially like we want to make this particular tournament and show interactive. Just again, give back to you guys, because you guys bring us our success, and we always want to hear your voice. Like, because you hear our voices plenty of times already, because we just want to hear you guys. While that is going on, we're going to go ahead and start the Sweet 16. What'd you say, Brad?
I love it, man. Still nothing I don't think has been eliminated. Texas Chainsaw's barely hanging on, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the only movie left.
Yeah, dude, it's got one chance to make it to the end.
One shot, one opportunity to seize it, man.
Vomit on your mom's spaghetti.
Is nervous to drop bombs. Yeah, dude. Man, I still gotta watch that movie. I don't know why it's taking me this long. But anyways, that's not horror. We're gonna talk about horror now. We're in the Sweet 16 in the Haddonfield region. Halloween 1978 versus Friday the 13th Part 6. And Brad, you and the chat only brought this on yourselves. If you would just put Friday the 13th Part 4 in the Sweet 16, we would have gone through this particular matchup with ease. But now this is where it gets a little difficult for you guys. It's not difficult for me, because you all know my opinion. So Brad, what do you think?
Dude, why did this have to be in the Sweet 16? This should be the championship. This is awful. You know what okay, so you guys know Halloween 78 is my favorite horror movie. Friday the 13th Part 3 or Part 6 is my third favorite horror movie. So, I mean, it's a
childhood movie.
Yeah, and it's got the childhood nostalgia. It's what got me started in the horror franchise. I'll be honest with you, Brett. I say send this one to the people, man. On my
end, you are fucking kidding me, dude. It's not close.
I think we send it to the people. I think we need to, because I think it's just that close. I think this is one of the few chances.
Okay.
If the people speak, it could happen. It could happen. I don't know. I mean, Halloween would be my vote, I think, just by a hair, razor thin. But really, depending on the day, maybe I put in Jason Lives. I mean, it's the perfect Jason movie, man. It's so much fun. This is too big of a matchup for us to decide, though. This is too much. This is too big of a matchup for us to decide, I think, at least in my opinion.
Alrighty, you know what? And plus, I love the chat, so I do what the chat says. So here we go.
I think this is just such a fun watch, man. Jason Lives is. You can put it on at any time. It goes by so fast. it's not as there's not as many themes and stuff like that and all that fun stuff and all that great things. And it doesn't have all the suspense that Halloween has, but it's just a great watch, man. Tough matchup. Halloween is again, it's my favorite horror movie of all time. It's simple. It's also very easy to watch. It's scary as a mofo. It's got Dr. Loomis in there freaking tearing shit up. It's got Michael. I just can't. I can't decide.
Oh, wow. Even Heather in the chat says Halloween needs to be dethroned. Will it be dethroned, though, is going to be the question. So hopefully you all will determine if it was going to go down now or if it could possibly go down later. But Brad, do you know what is going to go down right now?
What's that, my friend?
Surprisingly, out of 10 votes, 90% went with A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I am shocked.
Wow. The people are coming in with some interesting votes tonight. I love this.
So we have our second upset of the night, in my opinion.
They had my curiosity. Now they have my attention.
Ooh, Leo. All right. So we got that. So that our Sweet 16 is officially completed. So let's go back to the Haddonfield region to do the next matchup here. And that is... Oh, damn. This is a tough one. Child's Play 2 versus Halloween 2018.
Oh my gosh. I can't the other votes going right now. I can't defer this to a vote at this point, man. I think the people are
I don't think we need a poll, but I'm curious to see what you have to say.
Man, dude, I tell you what. I like Halloween 2018 a lot. I like Child's Play 2 a lot. Damn, man. I think Child's Play 2 has definitely withstood the test of time. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it to Child's Play 2. And I'm going to do it because it didn't need to delete any sequels to make it happen. It's a direct sequel to the first movie. They did it right the first time. They didn't have to delete 6 movies to make this one work. So that, to me, gets the edge. I'm going Child's Play 2.
Man, dude, you know, that's a very damn good point I didn't even think about, because my point was that what's going to be the difference between these two movies? One of them does not have Danny McBride in it. So that's why I'm going to go with the movie that does not have Danny McBride's horrible comedic writing. Child's Play 2, as funny as it is, I thought the comedy it is well better written than Halloween 2018. So I'm going with Don't Fuck with the Chuck, man.
Don't fuck with him, man. And I mean, it's a tough decision, but it's one that just came down to that. You're talking a direct sequel to the first movie after 15 other sequels have come out. Child's Play 2 did it right, man. They did it back in the 80s. They made this come out. They built on to the legacy of Child's Play. They made Chucky more fun. They really hit their stride with this movie. So yeah, and it stood the test of time for sure.
Hell yeah, man. And Brandon, the bell in my ring is coming saying, this is so much fun. Dude, we're having a freaking blast right now. And the reason we're having a blast, not only we get to talk about these amazing movies, but you guys to chat are making a difference in this tournament. And it's blowing my mind. Again, I'm still a little sore with Friday the 13th Part 4, but with all these other matchups, we're even bringing the sex spots into the chat. Brad, get rid of them. I'm sorry I'm too sexy.
They just got deleted, man. And there's actually a lot of love for Child's Play 2 here in the chat. Heather popped in and said it. She rewatches Child's Play 2 more. Camp Blood said Child's Play 2, same reason about the sequel. Aaron says y'all are delusional. That might be true too, man. That's very much a possibility.
We're always delusional.
Yeah, these don't get easy. These matchups are only getting harder, man. You got to make tough decisions sometimes, man. And I know Aaron, dude, the chat's going back and forth on this Halloween Jason Live thing. Aaron says, chat, don't let Halloween fatigue affect your vote. It's a masterpiece. Right you are. Right you are,
and that's
man.
Fair.
You can't factor that in. You got to look at them as an individual matchup. That's 100% accurate. But man, it's freaking, yeah. Horror said the bots voted for Chucky.
Yeah, well, where were they when they could have helped with 2019? And Happy Sanjo's in the house. What's going on, Happy Sanjo? Hopefully you are happy today, because I'm definitely going to be happy, because we actually do have an easy matchup here in the Sweet 16 of Scream versus Friday the 13th Part 3. I'm just going to go ahead and just save everybody the trouble. With as much as fun I have with Friday the 13th Part 3, Scream is just far the superior of a film.
I concur, man. Friday 13th has 3 has an amazing third act with Chris, who's actually a really underrated final girl. I think she's probably the one final girl that kicks more Jason ass than any other one, save for maybe Tina in Part 7. But the first 2 acts suck. I mean, it takes forever to get to that, and Scream is just freaking it's pretty much a perfect film from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, absolutely. And to me, a better final girl, and Sydney Prescott too. Like, definitely one of the goats of all time.
Yes.
All right, man, dude. This one's going to be interesting here. We got Saw versus Friday the 13th, 1980. Damn, dude, Brad, I'll let you freaking tackle this one, because like this one's a little bit of a like curveball, because both movies offer something different into the horror genre.
You know, it's not that difficult for me. I love the original Friday the 13th movie quite a bit. You know, it's a fun time. But man, Saw is one that I just continuously rewatch, man. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the mystery. I think back to the first time I saw, and obviously the way I viewed these movies kind of had an impact on me, because I saw Friday the 13th, 1980 after I saw most of the other Friday the 13th films. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the twist at the end. So all that stuff, you know, didn't get an opportunity to really blow me away. Saw, obviously, the ending completely blew me away. Watching that mystique behind it, that intrigue you have when you're watching it the first time. Just 2 dudes waking up in the bathroom chained to a pipe and just trying to have to figure that whole thing out. There's tapes in there. There's no solids in the bathtub, but there are in the toilet, but there are some pictures in there, and you're trying to piece all this shit together. It's like a big escape room. Just so much fun, dude. It's one I wish I could go back and rewatch again for the first time. So what I do instead is I get people who've never seen it, and I take them along the journey, and I watch their reactions. And I've done that.
Just
I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I don't know. Probably like 20 times. So yeah, I got to go with Saw here, man.
Man, this one's tough, because again, I love me some Jason Voorhees. However, Jason Voorhees is hardly in Friday the 13th part, the original from 1980. Even though I do love me some Tom Savini, and everybody loves bacon. But man, story, if we're just talking about story, and Saw has very good practical effects in it as well. Probably not as good as Friday the 13th with the old techniques and all that, but Saw, man, with the freaking story, Hello Seb, that final act, the twist, I'm going to join you on that boat too as well, Brad. It's freaking Saw.
And that score is pretty badass.
All right, so we got our first major Elite 8 matchup already right there.
Oh my gosh, Saw and Scream.
Dude,
we're going to have some more polls coming right up. Yep.
All right, but we'll save it here for a minute, because we're going to go to the Elm Street region. And we're going to go with A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, versus Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And Brad, can I please take this?
Please do, my friend.
All right. Man, I'm going to go say, as bad as I want to, of who I really want to pick, here's what this matchup is going to come down to, of who had the least amount of screw-ups. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 had one major screw-up, and that's with Dr. Loomis's character. The Nightmare on Elm Street screw-up was like the last 5 minutes of the movie. So which one had the bigger mistake? I'm telling you, it's just those small mistakes, man. And unfortunately, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 made the more big mistake. So barely, I'm picking Nightmare on Elm Street 1984, but if they would have fixed the Loomis character, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 would have scored a major upset win. It's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it would have had a stronger chance if they got Loomis right, for sure. I agree with you, man, for really just everything you just said. I obviously also, too, I think Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is just as much as I love Halloween 2, you guys know we do, Nightmare on Elm Street is just a way better written movie. from beginning to end. It's got a way better character in Heather Langenkamp. I think Laurie Strode, this is one of the best versions of Laurie Strode. It is the best exploration of her trauma in the movie. But man, come on, Nancy, come on, get out of here, man. Freaking badass. You got John Saxton in here tearing it up. John Saxton and Brad Dourif as the sheriff, though. Those are two comparable matchups, to be honest with you. That's a fun matchup. But yeah, give me Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, man. As much as that saddens me, but imagine if Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is a different part of the bracket. Dude, we could have been having some controversial like decisions. But again, it's just those small details of which mistake was the biggest. So let's go this. Oh, damn, dude. Scream 2 versus A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. You go first.
Oh man. Dude, you want to go back and vote for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 so Heather flips this table?
No, I have a good feeling people would pick Nightmare on Elm Street just because of where I'm seeing with the chat, because even somebody said, or the stupid ass white horse said by Nathan.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. Man, this is a tough one. I think... Yeah, no, I know what I'm going to do here, man. For the reasons I mentioned earlier about Freddy, I know I tried to vote this one out a minute ago against Friday the 13th. I still love the movie, and I think it's better than Scream 2. I think Scream 2 is a solid sequel in the franchise. I think it's really good. I think there's a lot of things they did right with it. But I just think Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is a more fun watch. It's more enjoyable. I think Scream 2 can be a little bit slow at times in the middle. There's a lot of things I really like about it, but Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is, for the reasons I said earlier, is going to take the cake here.
Yeah. If Scream 2 would have just used the college atmosphere and environment just a tad bit more, I feel like it really would have had a chance against Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Just unfortunately, I just have so much more fun with a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with DreamWorks, because again, we get Freddy as absolute best. We get fun like newer characters, like again with them with their dream powers and all that. We get Heather Langenkamp, one of the goats of the final girls of all time. So that counteracts like what Sidney Prescott did in Scream 2. So with that in mind, I'm going with Nightmare on Elm Street 3 as well.
Yeah, dude. I think that's a good. That's a good victory, man. And dude, do you see what that sets up for the Elite Eight?
Oh, dude. Yeah, buddy. I'm getting ready to show people right here in a minute. I'm just trying to work on my OCD perfection here. See, damn it. No. Give me a minute. Okay. No. Okay. You know what? That's good enough. Screw it. All right. So, buddy. Which freaking Elm Street is going to be? Which house on Elm Street is going to be representing the Final Four? We will come back into this predicament right here.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, man. I can almost sniff a poll coming right there.
Oh yeah, very potentially. So far, I'm pretty impressed. We don't have to use the polls so far in this Sweet 16, except for the one matchup. Brad. Well, don't be nervous. I already know where it's going to go. So even though I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know what the results are right now. But we are here in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 against Halloween 2. I'll go first because I think I know where you're going to go, Brad. What's going on, Mel from My Killer Podcast? What's going on there? Man, again, like I said, if we are just like a true definition of a horror movie, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. It's just the problem is I don't revisit it a whole lot, which again, it's by design with how like nasty this movie is, and it is really damn good. But damn almighty, I cannot stand Sally. I cannot stand her. I think she is way overrated as a final girl. I think she does a lot more screaming and a lot more final girling. And because of that result, I pick the wig over Sally Hardesty here. So for me, with the first knockout blow of a 1 seed, in my opinion, I'm going with Halloween 2.
Dude, I agree. I totally agree. I think Halloween 2 is the closest feeling to Halloween 78 that we get. And a lot of this is because it's very nostalgic for me too, just like Jason Lives. This is the Halloween movie I used to watch on repeat as a kid. I absolutely love the hospital setting, and I think it really matches the vibes pretty well of 78. And Michael's badass. Dick Warlock, shout out. Freaking tearing it up there. And, I really enjoy it. It's one I watch every Halloween. Anytime I watch Halloween 78, I got to put this in after it. I have to. There's no way I can just let that night go unfinished.
Dude, I think we're about to piss off a lot of people.
I know. I'm seeing it.
We're seeing some major love for Texas Chainsaw Massacre right now.
I know, man. I don't see any love for H2, man. It's all TCM, man. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're sorry. Like, again, I respect the hell out of what Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, but man, Halloween 2 is such a fun sequel. I know it has a slow middle act, but man, I just felt like it's more entertaining, and I can always put that freaking on TV at any point versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Horror's called shenanigans, or I'm sorry, Heather's called shenanigans. Brandon said, "Wow," like Owen Wilson.
Wow. Brother, say even Brother Flood say, "I'm not mad. It's your channel, but it's our channel, folks. Like, I know we're gonna make some people mad, but it's just like, again, if we did your all's post, it would be what we Brad 2-1."
Yeah, and I'll tell you what though, I objectively I have no disagreements that TCM's a better movie, but I just Halloween I'm a sucker for it, and I did vote against Halloween when it came to Chucky a minute ago. I did that with Child's Play, and it was tough to do. I put my Halloween ego aside, and I went with what I enjoyed more. But this I just can't do it with H2, man. I love Halloween 2.
Yeah, and you know how Dick Warlock likes to walk like a robot?
Yes.
Yeah, so even you already took my punchline with that sex spot right there, trying to support Dick Warlock right there. But again, just to let you guys know, this is just based off our opinion. This is not a fact. It is our opinion. So if you like Texas Chainsaw Massacre more for Halloween 2, fucking awesome. Just for us, it's Halloween 2. Yeah, Chris Snyder's in the chat now saying, "What's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. I was curing the world from cancer. Dude, always doing the Lord's work right there, man." And we returned the favor for you of Halloween 2 getting the win over Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He's mad about that, but the good news is, Chris, Saul is still alive and going to the Elite Eight. Going to the Elite Eight, man. And we might just need your vote here in a minute.
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and knock out this last Sweet 16. Well, this next Sweet 16 matchup, because we still got the poll up for the first Sweet 16 matchup round, which I might end here after this one right here. Or we could put this one up to a vote, possibly. We'll figure it out here. We got Child's Play, the original, going up against, right now, to me, a Cinderella story of A Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
I know I said a lot of nice things about Nightmare earlier, but I love Child's Play, man. I love the OG. Give me that one. I love it.
See, again, I love the practical effects. I love Freddy Krueger, serious tone movie, but so was Child's Play. It was a serious tone movie too, and I love the concept of Child's Play. Chucky was really just a standout in that movie. Dude, this is so tough. Like, I'm almost at a point where I would even do a poll in this situation.
Hey, you have the ability, my friend.
You good for it?
Defer it. Yeah, defer it out, man. It's a tough matchup. My personal opinion goes to Child's Play just because again, it started the franchise. I know we just voted out TCM for doing the exact same thing. This started the franchise. I think it's a really good, strong entry point for me. Whereas Nightmare on Elm Street, it's one of my favorite sequels, but it's just, it is just that. But I think this is a great one for a poll.
All right, so let me go ahead and get this generated here. And Brad, are you ready for the results?
Dude, I don't know. I don't like it either way, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
All
I don't
right.
want either one of these.
You ready, Brad?
Yeah.
67% out of 15 votes. The biggest upset I've ever seen in a long time. Friday the 13th Part 6 beats Halloween.
Oh, no way. That's crazy, man.
A lot of people are going to get pissed off at that because I had a lot of brackets picking Halloween to win it.
This bracket just got way more interesting, though.
What we call that is a bracket buster.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it either.
That's why I deferred it. About it. What the hell, guys?
That's why I deferred it to the polls, man, because I wanted this.
We could have knocked it out.
Opportunity. I wanted to give an opportunity. Wow.
But the people have spoken. So we're going to keep it. We're going to trust you guys. Friday the 13th Part 6 makes it to the Elite 8. And hey, since we're freaking here, man, let's go with this first Elite 8 matchup. Friday the 13th Part 6 versus Child's Play 2. So Brad, give it your shot, man, because I'm just at a loss for words right now.
You know I'm not going to let this upset freaking get rained on like that, man. Give me Friday the 13th Part 6. Give me freaking Jason. Give me freaking CJ Graham right here, flipping RVs, punching hearts out, freaking all that crazy stuff, man. Give me that. I love it, dude. Give me that. Give me kids at camp, freaking getting scared of Jason, hiding under beds, being dead meat. I love it.
Well, Brad, just playing in short right here. Here's my thoughts about Friday the 13th Part 6 going up against Child's Play 2. I think Friday the 13th is dead meat. Real dead meat. So I am going with Child's Play 2. So we're going to have to do a poll on this one as well. Because to me, Child's Play 2 is way better of a movie than Friday the 13th Part 6 is.
This shit's just getting exploded, dude. It's just blowing up.
Do you know what this is the equivalent of with Friday the 13th Part 6? This Part 6 is the equivalent of fucking like Raising Arizona back in that real March Madness. This movie has been a thorn at my sides like Raising Arizona has been.
Hell no, dude. Friday Part 6 is freaking epic. It's epic as a mofo, man.
Sorry, it's not my Friday the 13th movie. Like, I understand a lot of people have fun with it, and I respect it, but damn, Jason Voorhees is all about a dark, serious atmosphere with brutal killings, and Friday the 13th Part 4 was the ultimate movie of that.
There's nothing more brutal than getting your heart punched out, dude. And I'll tell you what else. I think about when they're going through that cemetery at the beginning to dig up Jason. Like a bunch of fart heads out there, freaking going out there looking for that damn gravestone, about to dig his ass up. He gets electrocuted. One of the most epic openings of all time, dude. I freaking love it. Give me that all day. Give it to me. Compare it to Chucky's reinvitation here after he got burnt alive in the last movie too. He just get remixed. He gets to remix Chucky, and then at the end he gets all melted up again.
Oh yeah, hey, you know what? But Chucky is fucking badass in Child's Play 2. Though he's at his best. Well,
did he break any backs though?
Freaking Home Depot Jason though, like
that Home Depot Jackson completely bent over Sheriff Garrett's man backwards, and Chucky would never do that. He would never do that. He wouldn't have the capability.
No, because he would freaking throw out a pun and kill your ass. But okay, so we're gonna make that a poll. But right before I make it a poll, Victor Spectre, your new name here in the chat, so everybody make Victor feel welcome. He says 6 is in a party, and Friday the 13th Part 6 is good, and Part 4 is the best. I absolutely agree.
That's a good point, Victor. Child's Play says Child's Play, or Chris says Child's Play 2 is the best Chucky movie. Yeah, for a lot of people it is. A lot of people, this is their favorite Chucky movie versus a lot of people's favorite Jason movie. So this is going to be an interesting poll for sure, man.
If it will let me in the poll here, it won't even let me in the poll here. Let me do a refresh. See if I can fix this.
Just don't delete it.
Oh, I will delete it.
Don't delete, dude. I swear, man.
I already saw who won, but like, I'm just trying to end the poll. There we go. Much better. All right, with 12 votes,
I'm still blown away over here, man.
Dude, with 12 votes, Child's Play the original beats A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. So Child's Play is still alive in this tournament.
Ooh, yeah.
Which movie is better? Friday the 13th Part 6.
I can't wait till we watch Friday the 13th. We're gonna do a watch party for Jason Lives, man,
and for possibly Part 4 too. We'll freaking debate that freaking matchup all night long.
Yeah, we did that. Hey, with Camp Blood, we did that Slash It Out. That was one of the best Slash It Outs.
Dude, that is still one of my all-time favorite Slash It Outs we've ever done.
Yeah, that was a lot of
we
fun.
We need to do a rematch with the new formats and bring Josh back on.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that, man. That'd be a lot of fun.
All right. I got the poll, so I'll let y'all freaking figure that out, which you know what my damn answer should be, but you know what? You're the people and we trust you. So make us proud. See
I
here.
cannot.
All right.
I still can't believe it, man. I never would have expected. It didn't even make it to the Elite Eight. Halloween didn't. That's crazy,
Dude, that's fucking crazy, man. Like again, that's why like seedings are always important in these kind of tournaments. Because imagine if Part 6 was on the opposite side of the bracket, Halloween would make it to the Final Four, no doubt.
absolutely. And in a lot of ways, it still could have here. I don't know, man. The people
Dude, it
know,
was just
man.
it was dominant too. It wasn't even close. That's what shocked me. I thought it'd be close.
I think maybe some of that could have been Halloween fatigue, like Aaron was saying
It
earlier.
could,
I could totally see that.
but it's not
Because
78's fault.
no, it's not. But you know, I appreciate it. I live for upsets, and I'm glad they happen, man. I'm glad they happen.
Wait a minute, Fernando. Why do you have a laptop? Are you locked in right now, messing up with the poll? Fuck you, Fernando. Okay, sorry about that. He was staring at me. He's mocking me. All right, man. So our next Elite Eight is going to be Scream versus Saw. Man, dude, this is tough, man. Like, again, you know why I love Saw and my experience with it. You know my thoughts on Scream, so I'm not going to waste your guys' time already because I'm just going to say what it's going to really come down to. It's just overall like the whole movie, like taking the first act, the second act, and the third act. Scream dominates 2 of the 3 acts, so I'm going with Scream to the final 4.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things to look at here is the characters. You know, I don't get me wrong, I love me some Dr. Gordon. I love Leah Winnell over there smoking cigarettes, passing out, all that fun stuff, getting electrocuted. Obviously, Jigsaw becomes an icon here. Kramer does. Actually, really, Kramer himself is barely in this damn thing. But man, Scream's got the best characters, man. It's got fucking one of the best final girls of all time, Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott. It's got freaking your boy in there. It's got Billy and Stu in there freaking tearing it up. And you got Randy as well. So, man, it's just so much fun. The characters are so well written. It's such a clever movie. Drew Barrymore's in this thing. I mean, give me a Scream, man. I can't.
Yeah, like talk
Scream
about freaking shockers at the end of Saw. What about the freaking shocker at the beginning of Scream?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. I think the opening of Scream matches the ending of Saw. I like if you put those two next to each other, they're both intriguing in their own ways. They're both just as shocking. I think they really match up really well together. And I think Scream was, I mean, honestly, like given the status of Drew Barrymore at the time, might have been a bigger shock at the end of the day. I mean, I don't know. The ending of Saw is one of my favorite endings of all time, but that opening of Scream is one of my favorite horror movie openings of all time.
So you're officially going with Scream.
Hit me with it. Yeah, Gail, Dewey. Yeah, can't forget about those guys either, man.
Yeah, so officially, Scream is the first movie going to the Final Four.
And you can't forget about Detective Tapp, though. Let's just quick shout out Detective Tapp.
Well, Detective Tapp's getting too old for this shit. So, all right. So we're moving along here with our next Elite Eight. Oh, actually, I got to put this in for Child's Play here. So, sorry, let me get that in real quick because Child's Play did win the poll.
Bum, bum, ba-dum-bum. Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of love for Scream in the chat. Aaron, Click. I think everybody's pretty much in agreement. Nathan, Gory, Camp Blood, Brandon, Whorehead. Yeah, everybody's pretty much in the Scream camp here. Flamethrower.
Actually, this might be like a. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to keep we're going to do this matchup here. We're going to do the two what could people mostly consider the 2 top movies in the franchise. But which Elm Street house is going to represent its franchise? Is it going to be the original or is it going to be Dream Warriors? Man, dude, this is tough. Dream Warriors, again, I have so much fun with it. I think we get the absolute best versions of Humor Freddy and Dark Freddy in this. We get Heather Langenkamp coming back as a great legacy character for the new characters. We get a fun third act. I feel like but just Nightmare on Elm Street is just as close to a perfect horror movie you can possibly ever give it, or, without, again, ruining the last 5 minutes. Dude, this movie absolutely terrified me on first watch. So I gotta give it to the original. For me, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original.
Yeah, dude. I said earlier, Nightmare 3 has the perfect Freddy version, like with the humor and everything, like you were just saying, BrettMan. But I think Nightmare on Elm Street 84 has the best use of Freddy. He's barely in the movie. He's got that build up throughout the movie with the kids talking, oh, I see this guy in my dreams, man. He's burned. He's got the sweater on. He's got the hat and crazy claws for fingers. Like, all that stuff really builds that up. And you don't see a lot of him in this movie at all. It's probably comparable to, you probably see him more than you see freaking Bruce the Shark in Jaws, but it's kind of the same idea. He gets talked up more than he's actually there. And when he does show up, it's epic. He's scary. He's used really well. He's hidden, in darkness a lot of times in the alleyway specifically. He's really creepy, really creative with the writing and everything. Wes Craven here tearing it up. So yeah, give me 84, man.
All right, so that means we're giving a Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the Dream Warriors, a freaking, we took away its hall pass, because, again, screw your pass. So we're giving it to the original. The Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, goes to the final four. So far, Wes Craven's 2 amazing flicks represent the final four.
Yes, and Flamethrower said it best, Tina's death is hard to top. Yeah, epic freaking effects,
absolutely,
man. 100%.
All righty, so let's go to this Elite 8 matchup while the Ever Elite. Yeah, we got the Ever the Ever Elite 8 matchup going in the poll. This might be a freaking poll 1 too if you're confident in doing it. It's Halloween 2 versus Child's Play from the original. Dude, for me, this can go either way.
Same. I'm totally good to defer this one to the polls. I think so for sure.
I'll definitely, let's make it a poll because, and then, but before we do the poll, let's again give our explanations. So, the original Child's Play, again, I love the idea of a killer doll, just something so innocent and a children's toy doing some killings. And because, again, on paper, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. But what Tom Holland did and his directing style, he made it absolutely work. It's definitely, we get a horror icon in Chucky. And Brad Dourif's voice and going, fuck you, or like, you stupid bitch, you filthy slut, I'll teach you not to fuck with me, dude. All that is absolutely great. But just for me, like with the Child's Play, I just feel like we fully utilized Chucky as much as we could. That's what Child's Play 2 did it the best. They realized what they had in this freaking icon in Chucky, and they just took him to the moon and all that. But with Halloween 2, love Michael Myers with it, even though he walked like a robot. Dr. Loomis was one of his absolute best in this movie. Was phenomenal. I do not like how we did use Laurie Strode a whole lot until the third act in her fake wig, but we did get some still brutal kills, and of course we get that nice little jingle, Amazing Grace, come sit on my face. Don't make me cry, I need your pie. And so just like all that is great too, but Halloween 2 has such a slow second act. But you know what? Child's Play 2, or the Child's Play, I feel like they nailed the second act, and the third act was good too. The build up for Chucky was better. Dude, I'm going with my gut reaction on this. My gut is telling me Child's Play.
Yeah, I think, again, you know what? I think I could agree with you. I think from the general, we can still put it up to a poll if you'd like to. I would agree with you.
Oh, no, we're going to. I just was going to get our explanations out there before I make the polls and to hear our thoughts.
Yeah, I am seeing some love both ways in the chat. So I'm good with the poll for this. I'm good to defer to a poll. But yeah, one thing that kind of puts it over the edge for me for Child's Play would be that Halloween 2, kind of like Halloween Kills, does not stand on its own. It relies on 78 to be successful. And Child's Play 100% could be a complete standalone movie. It doesn't need a sequel. It doesn't need anything before it. It does everything. It's all wrapped up in a bow there. But Halloween 2, man, I love the atmosphere in that thing. Like I said earlier, the hospital is really nice. The use of Michael is really good. It's just as good as the 78 for the most part. I mean, he's a little bit more gung-ho when it comes to killing in this one, I guess. But, I mean, just him walking through those hallways, man, being all freaking shaded up. It's creepy, man. Him hiding in the freaking the baby room when the nurses are talking. Creepy stuff. Mm-hmm. Really well done. But yeah, I think I would side with Child's Play if I had to.
Oh, really? Dude, I thought you would go with Halloween 2.
Yeah, but it's just for the reason that it stands alone. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it is what it is. I love Halloween 2, but it's only because I can watch it with Halloween 1.
Mm-hmm. Man. Dude, I can't believe that. I really can't fucking believe this. You ready?
I am.
13 votes, 70%. Friday the 13th Part 6 goes to the Final Four.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm so nervous.
This is freaking Racing Arizona all over again.
Dude, Friday the 6th, though, it's epic, though. It's epic as a mofo, man.
I don't see it. I really don't.
Man, I got so nervous that Child's Play 2 was going to win that after it took out Halloween. And I could see people doing that 100%. But yeah, give me that, man.
All right. So I guess we're at a point now where I got to expand this a little bit so y'all can see this Final Four matchup here.
Dude.
So
no.
So yeah, so we could go ahead and talk about our first Final Four matchup of Friday the 13th Part 6 versus Scream. And I'm just gonna let you guys know this is not fucking close. It is Scream. Scream dominates Friday the 13th Part 6 in every single aspect. It's not close. You gotta agree with me on this one, dadgummit.
Give me Jason Lives. You know
you
that
bastard. You're just going on the hype train right now.
Go look at my top 10 horror movies. Go look at it. Jason Lives is number 3. Scream's not. Jason Lives is my 3rd favorite horror movie of all time, man. It's right here for a reason. And yeah, I'm taking that vote all day for all the reasons I've been saying, man. It's freaking it's vintage Jason. This is perfect Jason movie, man. It's such a good time. It really takes it. Now these movies are very comparable. I think this would make a fine slash it out, by the way, because the tone is the same. They're both freaking meta as fuck. They're both freaking self-aware. They're both having fun within the genre. And I think they both do a good job of that. Friday the 13th Part 6 came first. I'll give it that little bonus point there. But dude, it's Jason at its finest, man. It really is. It's him out there just freaking slaying fools at camp, man. And CJ Graham.
I don't know what the frick. I don't know what the fuck to do with you, dude.
Don't make me get Tom Matthews on your ass again. I know the looks he was giving you that one day at the freaking convention. I can make it.
Hey, you know what? It happen. Like, it's not my fault he was giving me the freaky eye.
Plus, dude, this Jason would beat the shit out of Ghostface, man. He would take them both on. You saw the people with the paintball guns.
Well, yeah, it's zombie Jason. Of course, Ghostface ain't going to beat zombie Jason.
Ghostface ain't beat any Jason. Let's just be honest with that. He wouldn't even beat Kid Jason out in the pool, out in the water, out in the lake. Not a chance.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just say we're going to have to do a poll on this too. So let me go ahead and check out Halloween 2 versus Child's Play here. You ready to see who won?
I am. I'm excited too. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm happy either way it goes.
All right. 70% out of 10 votes, everybody's favorite good guy doll is going to the Final Four.
So you're telling me the Halloween franchise came in with the most movies and it is completely eliminated at this point?
Yep, that's what happened. Not one Halloween. Dude, that surprises the hell out of me. And this is why I love the chat. This is why I love it.
What a turn of events. I honestly thought the Final Four would be all Halloween movies with the way everything's been going. You know what I mean? I'm surprised, but I can't say it's not. I mean, you guys know I love Halloween. You guys know if I were filling out the bracket myself, it would be number 1. It would be The Champion. But I love the way this has turned out.
All right. So
This is why we have
ahead
this is why we freaking face off on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. All right. God, that's so freaking tiny. That's what she said. But let's see here. All right, there we go. So there we got it. Everybody's favorite good guy doll is in the final four. But good luck, because it's going up against Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984.
Oh, don't do this to me, man.
Man, I will say this one is a lot closer, but I just still feel like A Nightmare on Elm Street just is an overall barrel movie. Again, the only bad thing with A Nightmare on Elm Street 84 is those last 5 minutes. Like, if you could do better than that, you deserve to be A Nightmare on Elm Street. However, Child's Play does not do that. To me, it has some more problems than The Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger is easily a lot scarier than freaking Chucky. So for me, I'm going with A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it comes down to the final girl. It comes down to Nancy here. I think that's and of course Freddy too. Freddie, and all these things have really turned out really nicely. I think Freddy and Chucky are very well comparable. They both have personality, and I think that's a fun comparison. I would give Chucky the edge from a personality standpoint, but Freddy is scarier, and especially in this first movie. Nancy is badass. Give me Nightmare on Elm Street, man. As much as I love Child's Play, I want to take it to the championship. I just can't, man. Not over Nightmare. It could have won over a couple of these others. Well, maybe not, man. That's a tough Final Four. Yeah,
and the chat agrees too, so I'm glad that the chat agrees. So we can easily put A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, into the championship.
Oh man, is this going to end up being the Wes Craven Bowl? Is that what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm. And while we kind of wait for the poll just a little bit longer, I want to ask the chat 2 questions. Question number 1, are you loving this Fright Fight tournament? Because again, all this is credited to Brad with his amazing idea with these tournaments. We've already been having discussions on future tournaments. So first question is, are you having fun with this tournament? And second, what kind of future tournaments would you like to see on this channel, especially for Fright Fight?
Yes. We already have Real March Madness kind of planned out after last year's success.
Since we got 15 people, do you want to finally reveal what that tournament is?
You know what? Why not, man? Let's just drop it out.
All right, Brad, I'll let you freaking do this, Brad. It is your honor just because I love the 80s, but we did the 80s this past March. Brad, what are we doing in March of 2023?
So both of these are annual traditions at this point. Real March Madness in March, Fright Fight in October. 100%. We're going to be doing it every year.
Close to 6 months apart. So that's freaking perfect.
It's kind of like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. You know what I mean? It's like, you have the big event in the spring, and then you have another one in the fall. So yeah, I think it's perfect. Spring though is about happiness. It's about joy. It's about having a good time. So we're going to step away from the horror genre for the Real March Madness. And this year, we did the 80s last year. This year, hold on to your fucking butts because we're going to the 90s, man. And you thought the 80s was tough? You haven't even seen
be impossible.
You haven't seen anything yet, man. Just a few off the top of my head. You got 7. You got freaking Silence of the Lambs. You got The Green Mile. You got freaking Shawshank Redemption. You got Scream. It's epic, dude. It's gonna be freaking.
And you got The Lion King, the best Disney movie out there.
I don't even know how we're going to pick the 64 damn movies. It's going to be fucking tough as fuck. Fight Club's in there. Like the list goes on and on and on. It's going to be freaking, it's going to be tough.
But dude, also the Sixth Sense. Wait, it's the Sixth Sense 90.
Sixth Sense?
Oh, dude, especially I watched that lately. Dude, it's going to be impossible. Like I'm going to have to freaking buy me a 24-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonades to make some of those tough decisions.
Dude, yeah, Saving Private Ryan's going to be in there. Dude, it's
okay,
freaking...
yeah, that's the other thing. There's reason I'm excited for the 90s tournament. There are a lot of 90s movies, like, again, Saving Private Ryan, Heat.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Heat?
well, I've seen Forrest Gump hundreds of times, but Heat, there are a lot of 90s movies I have yet to see, and some of those will be at first-time watches. That's what I'm most excited about.
Freaking Flamethrower said RoboCop 3, dude.
Oh, God, no.
But T2, Terminator 2, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude,
man.
damn. All right, let's read some of these comments, and then we'll get to the poll. Yeah, scroll all the way back to the top where we start the conversation. Cole says, "Oh yeah, loving it. This tournament kicks ass, man. Absolutely a blast." Nathan Mills, abso-freaking-lutely, Brendan says. Mail from My Killer Podcast says, "This tournament is super fun. She loves it." And I agree with Chris, Brad. Definitely make Fright Fight an annual every Goodwill hunting season. You're absolutely right. We're going to do that.
We're already planning out next year, buddy. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And Heather would like to see a shark movie Fright Fight. And Heather, I'll be happy to go ahead and inform you. Shark is a part of a category in the tournament of a future Fright Fight.
That could be a good summer special too. I know you mentioned.
Oh, dude, it really could. Dude, we should save it for a summer special. If you know what? Let's save it because unfortunately, I know a lot of people don't want it, but it's going to happen because it's Hollywood. When Jaws releases its reboot or its remake, that's when we'll do it.
Oh gosh, man, I don't know. I don't know if
I'm not looking forward to the day either, but that'll be the perfect time to do it.
Absolutely. Oh, she did even say in the summer. Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh hell
Deep
yeah!
Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, Mel thought we were going to do romantic comedies. God, imagine trying to put 64 romantic comedies in.
Oh, dude, Matthew McConaughey would definitely be in the top 4 for sure, though, one way or another.
Dude, Dazed and Confused. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie on first watch.
It's gonna be tough.
And he's
man.
even saying a Christmas freaking bracket, like for the Christmas season with all the Christmas movies.
That's not a bad idea, man. That's not a bad idea at all.
God, we're about to become a tournament channel, are we? But you know what? I love these tournaments. Plus, I love personally making these too. Like, it takes me long hours to make this, but I think it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah, it was. You do a lot of work on these things, man, and it's just so much fun. Obviously, we're still kind of tinkering with different ways of picking the winners. If we agree on it, we usually pick that. But I like to defer to the polls when we can and let y'all get your opinion in there. And that just obviously that shakes things up because look at this freaking Halloween didn't make it to the Final Four. Not a single Halloween movie made it to the Final Four, and that's because of you guys.
I know, yeah. So your faults. No, I'm just kidding. Let me get this last comment, and I will officially end the poll. Chris says, make a post on social media, have people comment suggestions, pick your 64 that way. Ooh, have 60 like the first 64 movies that people mentioned in a tournament. That can be interesting.
Yeah, dude. There's ways of doing it. I thought the way we did with the 80s worked out really nicely. We had a nice balance in there, really strong matchups all the way throughout. But 90s, man, just looking at it, it's like a freaking damn Training Day, man. That was in the 90s, right? Or was that early? That might have been early 2000s.
What about Armageddon was early 2000s.
Remember the Titans?
No,
actually, Armageddon might have been in the 90s.
No, I'm pretty sure Remember the Titans was low 2000s.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, either way, even though I love that freaking movie too. Hey, don't get me wrong, guys. We're definitely going into the 2000s one year. We're going to go to the 2010s. So plenty more to come on Real March Madness in the future. But next year, 2023, it's official. It will be the era of the 90s.
Hell to the yes.
All right, let's freaking end the poll, man. I think we've done. Actually, bro, you're not going to believe this.
It is not 50-50.
It's fucking 50-50.
Oh man!
So apparently, I'm gonna have to stick on this. I'm gonna have to stick on this screen until we get a winner.
A total deadlock, dude. We need another vote. We need another vote.
Anybody in the chat, if you want to get a buddy right now and have somebody vote, go for it right now. Because as soon as I see this number change, that's what we're gonna go with.
Can't blood. Log into one of your other accounts and and go ahead and vote.
No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Actually, I can vote into my account. Yeah.
No, I will go to my account, my personal account too. So suck it. Don't worry.
You suck it.
No, you suck it. God, if you have never seen the show called Psych on USA Network, freaking go to Peacock and freaking watch it. It's freaking hilarious.
All right, so that's a deadlock right now.
Yeah,
the other
so
matchup,
we can't freaking do nothing right. Oh, there we go. Fuck!
It did it.
Friday the 13th Part 6 wins. Unfucking believable.
Yes. Dude, I love
it. No, game over, man. Game over.
Yes.
Oh my, why? And do you know what the thing is? I looked at Chad's bracket today. Chad had Friday the 13th Part 6 in the finals.
Yeah, because it's epic as a mofo.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. And because again, we got that contest for the Amazon gift card, which I'll do the spin tomorrow. If there is the spin, because if freaking Friday the 13th Part 6 wins, Chad wins the $25 gift card. If a Nightmare on Elm Street wins, we have some people pick Nightmare on Elm Street, and we'll have to put them in the freaking spinner, and then we'll have to determine it that way. So, guys, pretty much at this point, it's in our it's not only in our hands, it's in your hands as well, because I'm putting up the damn poll on this one, and me and Brad are going to be voting.
Yeah, we are going to be voting.
Well, we're going to already know what your ass is going to vote on.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, it doesn't even matter if we did because we know where we're going. Brett doesn't like this movie. I like them both, but yeah, of course I give the nod to freaking Jason Lives, man. This is Freddy versus Jason right here, man. In their prime, freaking rocking and rolling. Dude, I don't think the matchup could have ended. I don't think we could have had a better championship. This is the rematch, Freddy versus Jason. This is freaking awesome. I was
not expecting this championship because in my personal bracket, I had Scream versus Nightmare on Elm Street, the Battle of the Wes Craven films.
Yeah, I mean, I was this close to happening. This close to happening. It was about to be instead of the Lee Brackett bracket, it was going to be the Wes Craven bracket. But man, shout out Lee Brackett, Memorial Bracket. I'm surprised that he didn't make it to the finals, but let's just, while we're sitting here and the people are making their votes and they're letting their voices be heard, let's just sit here and remember the movies that did not make it to the finals, man. Halloween, Child's Play, freaking Texas Chainsaw, all those things. They put up a good fight. Scream, they put up a really good fight, but they did not make it here. They did not make it to the end, man.
And hey, by the way, do you know what it says on the tombstone of Lee Brackett?
What's that?
Everybody just entitled to one good scare.
Yeah, man. Everybody will be entitled to one good scare on Halloween this week when we reveal the lineup for.
Dude, we're freaking Halloween early. We are scaring people with this freaking championship matchup. I'm telling you, I did not personally see this coming.
Well, I did not either. Not at all. I could have seen Nightmare making it 100%. I did not see Jason Lives making it. I thought we would see Michael versus Freddy in the end. But this is great. I think this is fantastic. It just makes things way more interesting than because you showed it earlier. You put up the poll. You said everybody picked Halloween. How many people picked Halloween to win? You still have the stats. Let's see how many people were right here.
Actually, I don't want to look at the results. So let me see. I got my phone chat right now. So let me see if I can find the. Yeah, okay. Give me a minute. What number are you looking for?
The cards you put up earlier with the stats you pulled earlier.
Oh, okay. I can look that up real quick. So, all right. Oh man, let me. Hey everybody.
Oh, hello and welcome.
So let's see here.
The final four.
That was movies left.
Okay. So Halloween started the night with the most. It ends with the least at 0. Well, I guess it's tied for the least.
Yeah, and then overall winners, we had 13 people picking a Halloween movie in the franchise to win it.
Wow. Only 2 people picked Friday the 13th. Any Friday the 13th movie to make the win here at the end.
And I'll go ahead and let you know just now, actually, I'm thinking about it. 2 people actually did pick Friday the 13th Part 6 to make it to the champ. Wait a minute.
To win.
No. Damn, I gotta look at the brackets again. I know Chad picked Friday the 13th Part 6. I just can't remember if the other person did, or I don't know who they picked in the Friday the 13th franchise.
Bet Jason Knight would have picked. Did he turn in a bracket?
I did not see him turn in a bracket. I just know he's a busy dude. He's working on his 50 greatest horror movies of all time list right now. So I know all of his focus is on that.
And only 6
here's
people.
our final 4 numbers here.
Wow, dude, look at that. That's crazy. Friday the 13th with only 9. That's the third fewest?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, the third fewest, man. Dude, that I'm just shocked at this point. Like, I need me a Never Mike's Hard just to believe in this.
You need a shotgun one, man. You need to. I think we all need to respect, before you cast your vote, if you haven't already, we got to respect the Cinderella story that Jason Lives has made here. It took out the biggest contender in all of horror, and that's Halloween. It took it out, and that's because of you guys, but it did it. It's on a Cinderella run. That's what Chris Snyder's got. Celine Dion playing. He's at that damn concert with Matthew McConaughey.
Make a video edit. If Friday is the 13th Part 6 win, and once I drag it into the championship slot, you need to do a video edit where Celine Dion goes, "You're here."
Gory is a Cinderella story. Like, you got to respect it for that, man. It did not give up when its back was against the wall. The chips were on the table. It said, you know what? It stood up and said, I am. And you know what it was saying? I am the champion. I am the champion of freaking Fright Fight 2022.
You mean it's more like rigrolling us saying, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, and I turn around and hurt you.
You just gotta appreciate it. You gotta take that into consideration when you make your vote, when you cast your vote.
And Chris Snyder says, we're all going to get kicked out of Caroflix now, as someone said earlier. And you know what? I'm already not part of it anyway, so I'm all good. So Brad will get kicked out.
Imagine if freaking Saul made it, man. Could have been fun.
Dude, I wish Saul and Scream were on other sides of the bracket, because that can be a different story.
Yeah. For real, man. I think again, it all came down to matchups. If Jason Lives was not in the same bracket as Halloween, I don't see what else would have knocked it out. Maybe Friday 4 if it would have beat Halloween 4. Maybe Nightmare on Elm Street if it matched up that way. But I don't know, man. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked.
Man, I don't know, man. But we're getting close to the 8 o'clock hour, so we're going to have to. Should I give it a little bit more time? You know what? I got an idea. Let me play this video again, just in case a lot of people didn't see it at the beginning. As you all possibly been hearing some rumblings that there is this new YouTube show that's going to be happening, a new what we call a reboot of Stream Demons. And I'm happy to announce, or not announce, I'm not announcing it tonight, but this video will let y'all know when the next announcement is. So here it is.
In 2020, 5 friends formed the Stream Demons, a group of horror fans who came together to talk about all things horror. Now, in 2023, new name, new lineup, same old horror talk. The Scream Warriors.
Yeah, man. So freaking head over to their socials on freaking Halloween Day, because I did actually speak to some of the I spoke to a gentleman that is a part of the Scream Warriors, and they're very excited to unleash their team. Brad, hopefully you're part of that team.
Dude, I hope I got the invite.
Yeah, man, dude, it would suck if not one of us got that invite, man. And I don't know who that guy with the creepy voice is, but I'm sure that's actually the guy I've spoken to that's a part of the Scream Warriors in some capacity. And he told me that the team that's going to be released, the 5 individuals, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have so much fun. Whoever's in the group.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Brandon says, "Are you going to be okay tonight, Brad? Going to cry?"
Look, I tell you what, man, I'm going to be okay. I think this is a win-win in this championship. Okay. I think it's going to be a win-win. I think we can celebrate it either way. I think all these movies and all the movies that made it to the Final 4, even I would have been fine with, honestly. I have my preferences, but at the end of the day, man, I think it's going to be an awesome thing to celebrate, and I think we're going to have fun. And the champion's going to be well deserved.
I'm never going to financially recover from this. But I think without further ado, I think it's time to reveal the winner. Because you're going to, but before I pull up the bracket and the poll, Brad, you stated you're going to go with part 6.
100%. Yeah.
I'm going to go with A Nightmare on Elm Street 1984. So without further ado, here, Brad, oh, actually, you're not going to be able to look at the screen right now. Okay, let me officially end the poll. I can see here. Okay. 12 foot. Okay. So, let me get back to the screen share here so you can see what's going on, Brad. Actually, there we go. I kind of almost actually let me see what that looks like on screen here. I don't want to block out any of the brackets.
The lead bracket.
Brad, it's not called the fucking lead bracket. Damn you! All right. Sorry, I'm looking on YouTube real quick just to see what this looks like. Before I officially do the official announcement. Okay, we could roll with that. I kind of actually like us at the bottom right there. For what we're doing here. So Brad, 12 votes, 75%.
Oh no.
And the winner
like this.
of the first annual Fright Fight 2022, the movie that is the best out of the Big 7 horror franchise is...
I don't like this.
Chrissy, wake up. Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Oh, man.
So
what a good run, though.
The Cinderella run is over.
What a good run, man. We needed some more. Let me phone a couple people to get in here and add on to the vote.
Well, the poll's already over.
Damn. Oh, man. That was a good run. That was a good run. I got to give it props. And, honestly, I'm stoked for Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it's well deserved. I can't say that it's not a deserved champion of the genre, man.
Oh, dude, I always said in the past that if they would have fixed those last 5 minutes, I think A Nightmare on Elm Street would be the perfect horror movie of all time. But even better than Halloween.
I agree. I think if they fixed a couple things there at the end, I think it's definitely a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it. It's not as simple. It's a more unique story, and it really did a lot for the franchise or for the genre. So yeah, I totally am good with this. You know what? I pulled for Freddy and Freddy versus Jason. He didn't get it done now, but he got it done now. Or he didn't get it done then, but he got it done now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, absolutely. So congratulations to Wes Craven's baby of A Nightmare on Elm Street 1984, your first ever Fright Fight Tournament champion of 2022. So congratulations.
It's well earned. It's well earned. I'll give it applause. I'll give it some applause.
I know, Brad. I know your heart's broken, but my heart got broken in the first fucking round in the second matchup. So I don't want to hear it from you.
I'm not going to cry.
So let's see here. I'll go ahead and turn this banner off. You've seen that plenty enough. So, guys, I just actually thought of this. I think it would be rewarding. We saw your suggestions like for future tournaments. I say like the specialty tournaments, the Summer Bash tournament, the Christmas tournament, all of those amazing ideas. But we're going to hold on to them for a minute, because I think we need more eyes and we need more people in the community in order to get full effects of those tournaments. So I say let's get to that quest of the 1K. And then once we hit that goal of 1K, we'll freaking start playing those big specialty tournaments.
Fuck yeah, man. I think that's a good idea, man. But you still got Real March Madness for sure. You're going to have Fright Fight for sure. You're going to have all that fun stuff, man.
Fright Fight and Real March Madness, it's going to happen it's going to be an annual event, so you don't have to worry about that. But to get those specialty ones, definitely we're looking at the 1K, so we could get more people in the community. We could get more votes in, even though, guys, we want to thank you for being an amazing chat throughout these 2 nights of this tournament, because, guys, you really made a difference in this bracket. You made this a lot of fun for me and Brad.
You made it you made it completely. I mean, everybody's shocked. Chris Snyder's shocked. Everybody. I don't think anybody saw this coming, except for I think maybe Flamethrower said earlier.
I bet
if I'm not
Saul
mistaken,
saw it coming.
I think Flamethrower said he actually had those two going to the finals, but at the end of the day, it was very shocking for everybody. I including Brett and myself. I neither one of us saw this coming, so I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was fun. Adding your votes was really a critical element to this, I think, and really made it much more enjoyable and much more surprising, man.
Yeah, and Josh said, where was Jeepers Creepers 4? It could have swept everything. Yeah, freaking, if we could sweep that movie underneath a rug and make sure it doesn't hurt a single person's eyes ever again.
I need to get the video of Brett saying this is gonna be an easy sweep and put it in the damn video.
Evil dies tonight.
Yeah, I need that in there, man. Yeah,
Dana Banner, I just saw you sneak in here at the last minute. What's going on, Dana Banner? Maybe one day we could do a tournament about giraffes.
I agree.
And Brother Fuss says, Brad and Brett, thanks for all your hard work on this. Dude, absolutely. Dude, it was absolutely worth it. It was so much fun because what we try to do on this channel is to make sure you guys have fun. That's why we're always open to suggestions because we want to make this channel the best that it can be because you guys are indeed the backbone of this channel.
100%, man. That's what it's all about is making sure we have a fun environment.
Not the sheriff's freaking back because his back got freaking bends, but just the back of our channel.
Yeah, it's all about having fun. Having this community to be able to celebrate all these movies and just to have the conversations we've had over the last 2 nights. And we appreciate you guys for sticking with us for 2 long nights to cap off Good Real Haunting. Of course, I think we have something else coming this weekend, but nothing.
Yeah, we have like little things, but this was like the big thing we wanted to leap off with, and you guys made it a success. So you could bet your ass, as long as we're doing this channel, this will be the main event of Good Real Haunting from here on out. Damn it, we'll find 64 movies, even if we have to go from the lowest to the lows.
Yeah, dude, and we already have a ton of potential. We've been putting the list together of all these different ideas, and it's just all over the place. But I mean, there's so many different options, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's gonna be great.
Absolutely. I'm going to read these comments and then we'll get everybody on out here. Chris saying, you guys did great. This was a blast. Can't wait for the next one. You know what? We can't wait either. My Killer Podcast Mel says before she has to get on the stream, saying super fun tournament. Nightmare on Elm Street deserves the win. You know what? It absolutely does. And then Brandon will be back as a Patreon. And again, the door's always open. So anytime you want to come back, you can, or if anybody wants to join. Heather says, this was so much fun. Love the interaction with everyone. Absolutely. Josh says, tons of fun. And the nights didn't seem that long. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, we just made 2 hours just go by just like that. And it's all thanks to you guys.
Hey, absolutely, dude. It was a blast, man. So much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and just let you know for the next live stream for next week, that is going to be on Thursday of next week. So we're going to be having Chad and the boys from freaking My Special Boy coming on the channel. We're going to talk to them and hang out, get some little behind the scenes stories about the production and everything. And guys, bring your questions. If there's any questions you want to ask about the movie, bring them, man, because we're just going to have a freaking good time for next Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then just stay tuned for some other fun videos that we're going to be dropping. Oh, and sorry, this Sunday, we're going to be live too at 5 o'clock Eastern time for when we're doing the Mike Flanagan tier ranking.
Yep. That's going to be a lot of fun, man. Midnight Club came out earlier this month, so we wanted to go ahead and get some of that Mike Flanagan stuff in there for you guys. And so I had a fun. That took up a lot of my this month of Good Real Haunting is watching Mike Flanagan flicks. I had a good time with it.
Hell yeah, man. So, Brad, anything else you want to say before we close up?
I think we're good, man. I think we're pumped. I thought it was a really successful 2 days, and just again, it was a blast.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and end this. Let me get a good burp in. There we go. What did you all think about the first ever Fright Fight Tournament? Did you really enjoy this tournament? Do you agree on the winner, or who do you think should have won this tournament? Let us know in that comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling. And God Almighty, we need a box set for that thing.
I agree, man. And if you want us to find a good reels, you can do some fun at us on Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, TikTok, and Patreon. Those are links right down below for you to find.
Absolutely. And be sure, once again, to like this video, share, and subscribe, because we are on that quest of 1K subscribers. And pay attention the next couple of days. Me and Brad will be releasing a poll, kind of like we're going to do a special video or a special live stream for you guys for what you all want to do, because we're going to kind of do like a road to 1K special, just to kind of like do one last big promotional push just to get some more subscribers to hit that 1K so we can bring more stuff to you for Goodwill Hunting. God, not Goodwill Hunting, Goodwill Hunting, and all of that. And of course, ring that bell, ding, 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 so you all know what the next live streams are up and ready.
Yes.
All right, I am spent. Guys, we will see you next year for Fright Fight 2023 and for Goodwill Hunting 2023. We got special plans. Oh. Now I'm just messing with you. So, guys, we will freaking see you for the next live stream, and we'll see you guys later.
It's the gut spill and eye move.